Hey, what's going on? Matthias Fyron, Dadpreneur Revolution. Let's talk about personal accountability. So this is huge, and I want to share some of the main reasons why I believe that the Dadpreneur Revolution is one of the biggest things we can do to change our own lives, to change our family's life, and change the world, and the opportunity that we have now to step up, to level up as men, as dads, as business owners in this time. This is the perfect time to step up. And the truth is that we have been growing up in a culture where we were not served the opportunity to live on our highest level. So as all men, we grew up with something that's called the father wound, and the father wound is doubt in ourselves. It's questioning ourselves. It's saying, I'm not good enough, I'm not strong, I'm not powerful, I don't have anything to give, I'm not valuable. All men has this belief. Everyone receives this from their father, from another man, or from their close one. It could be a mother, also it can be a woman. But it's called the father wound that says you're not enough. And for our whole life, we do anything we can to prove that we are, to show up in power, to show up in connection. And this is a struggle of all men. And if you don't believe that you are wanting power, I've been there, and that's a way of denying completely desire for power. So it's also okay. But I want to talk about the personal responsibility, accountability, and to take charge. So in my life, with my kids, especially with my oldest one, Nora, she's soon 5 years old, and she's a great challenge many times for me. And the reason she's a challenge for me is because she's expressed, because when something is not cool for her, she expresses it immediately. And it's really frustrating for me because why can't she listen? Like 2 weeks ago, we were going on a holiday, and she didn't want to talk to me basically, and she had some questions. She didn't want to talk to me, and I was like, we need to kind of ignore it, and it makes me really frustrated, because if I'm not heard, then I'm not recognized, I'm not seen at all. I feel really low. That's one of the worst feelings I know. And it's like, first I wanted her to change, and the many tools of an adult, I am more for her attention. And what in me pushes her away? What in me is actually not safe for her to come to me to ask for support? What in me is actually not ready to receive her? What in me is actually not loving her for who she is? What in me is creating a barrier from my heart and her heart? What can I do now to bring this together? So I was walking around. She was in the car right down here with the rest of the family waiting. We were going on a holiday, and I was walking around here on the yard, like waiting for her. And I did this Ho'oponopono. It's a beautiful prayer. It says, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And it's with that intention, like I'm responsible for this situation. For this situation, I'm sorry, please forgive me. To myself, it's to the universe, it's to her. And when I did that, after a couple of minutes, for some reason, my wife came up with the idea. She started talking to my daughter, and after a while, they came together to talk to me, and we did it in a really beautiful and loving way. And my daughter could feel safe, because the moment she came to me, I was safe. I did not project anything. I was accountable for my emotion, I was accountable for my frustration, and I was accountable for my love to her. So that is really the invitation. Is the question is like, since it is in your life, since that was in my life, I was responsible. I was accountable. There's no doubt about it. If it's not in my life, I'm not accountable for it. If it is in my life, it's in my awareness, if it's in my environment, I'm responsible for the situation. And it's like, whoa, man, that's a lot to take responsibility for. Yes, it is, but it's a huge opportunity, because as soon as we are responsible for it, we can take action. If my shit is because of me, I can make up another story, I can make up another strategy, and I can change the result. And that's huge. And it sucks, because that's all the shit in my relationship, all the shit in my love life, all the shit in my business, everything I created. Fuck. I must have been a stupid fucker before, because I created all that shit, right? But really, today it's an invitation to level up. And this, going back to Dadpreneur Revolution, is about leveling up how we live as men and how we live as dads to be, but provide physically, provide physically and emotionally, and provide financially, and provide with inspired leadership. These are the 4 levels of providing in the Dadpreneur Revolution. And the best way to be the new, and the reason why that is the best strategy is because business keeps us accountable, because business keeps us true, because as guys we want to achieve, because achievement is an expression of our power, it's an expression of our creation. So you want to say, wow, I created this, that's epic. Okay? That's why guys build cities and not women. Guys are turned on by, whoa, I made this big, huge skyscraper, it looks like a big dick, right? Yes. So running a Dadpreneur business is the best way to do this, because it keeps us accountable. It sets us to have a higher achievement that we want to expand. And to run any kind of business successfully, we are actually not good enough as we are now. We need to grow as people. When we do that, we grow as dads. We become better men. And the design of Dadpreneur business is that it puts family first. It brings in great profits. So it puts the dad in the place of power and connection with himself. That's huge. It's an expression of the dad's passion, and the profits are growing faster in the working hours. I'm making the world a better place to leave it for our children and coming generations. So this is what the Dadpreneur business is. So I invite you to step up, to take full accountability and design the life as you want. The reason your life is not as you want now, it's not your fault. You've done your best up until this point of life through your parents and upbringing and culture. Now I give you an invitation to start this game, start this play together with us, to make the Dadpreneur Revolution happen, to be a group of dads that level up what it means to be a provider. So how are you called to take responsibility for your life? I believe in you. I know the power that's in you, and the years. I know the feeling, what it is for years and years to been playing small. I believe it's enough for you. I believe in you.